Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I've got my good fishing buddy here with me today, and we are up on the Tellico again. It's been over 2 weeks since I've fished it last. We've had a lot of snow and ice and all that, and this is one of the first days where the road was clear enough to get up here, so I made the trip up. I've only got a couple hours to fish, really. I just more or less wanted to see what the conditions were like, but I'm hitting one of my go-to spots here, and I've already spotted a few fish in this tail out, so I'm gonna hop in and hit it for a couple hours and see what I can pull out, and get a few on video. So we'll make it short and sweet, but I thought if I'm coming up, I might as well do some filming. So hope y'all watch the video and enjoy, and we'll get to fishing. Fish that I've seen from the road were just up above me here in that kind of light colored spot, but I have a feeling there's other fish spread out in here, so I'm just going to work my way from bottom up, and I think I see one right there in that riffle. It's a little windy today too. I wouldn't necessarily say it's warm today. It's in the 50s, at least down low, but it's definitely warmer than it has been. We've had some really cold weather for East Tennessee. There he is. The water, I think, is in the high 30s. It's definitely none too warm, but in my experience, it's not so much cold temps that'll turn fish off, but swings in temperatures. So once they adjust to it, and they've had cold temps, oh yeah, that water's cold, and they've had some cold temps for a few days, they just go right back to feeding. So yeah, he's pretty lively. So yeah, good start. These fish haven't seen a lot of people. I mean, there's nobody up here today. I think I saw a couple guys hunting on the way up on the forest road, but really nobody on the river today at all. Oh, he had it. I missed him. Maybe he'll eat it again. There he is. It's a hefty fish. They're not fighting super hard today. They are a bit sluggish with it being as cold as it is. I'm sure there's a decent amount of snow melt coming in from higher up too. There's still about a foot or so of snow way up in the mountains. And he's really colored up too. I think flies are out. Yep. Very colorful fish. Just a football, chunky fish. Just deal with that wind. There's a good one. Wind is not great for Euro nymphing. Oh, he came off. It's all right. That was a great fish. I'm hoping to pick up some good wild fish today too. A lot of times on these nicer, there we go, warmer winter days, they'll really get fired up. So I'm hoping to find some good wild trout. There's usually some good wild rainbows in this section, and wild browns have been caught through here too in the past. They've got some fight to them today despite the cold weather, and that one took the tag. I didn't mention what I was fishing with today, but I've got a waltz worm on the bottom. I'm fishing 2 flies, and I've got a Frenchie on the tag. I've had a customer stop in last week and was watching the videos and enjoying them, but said that being new, he wished I would have explained the flies a bit better, and I don't know if they'll show up on the GoPro or not. But basically what I'm fishing is 2 heavy tungsten beaded flies, and the bulk of my weight is in this waltz worm, and I don't know if it's going to show up at all. If not, I'll take some video with my phone later and post it in the YouTube video. But that's where most of my weight's coming from. And then on the tag, about 1.5 or 2 feet up from the Waltz worm, I've got a Frenchie in about a size 16. The Waltz worm is about a size 12. And this is just your standard Frenchie with basically it's pheasant tail with a little orange hot spotted dubbing right at the thorax, right behind the bead. So that's what I'm throwing today. Nothing really fancy, and to be honest, I think these fish would hit a variety of flies. They're not going to be too picky right now. There's a bump. There we go, little wild fish there. On the Frenchie. I think it's a rainbow, yeah. It's a bow. They get really pretty this time of year too, which we have a short winter here in Tennessee, so it won't be another month or so until they start thinking about spawning. So usually sometime in March. So I've moved up, and a lot of fish in the winter will congregate in deeper pools like this and slower runs. Doesn't necessarily mean they're not in some faster water or in some current, but they're generally not in the fastest of pocket water like they might be in the summer, spring or summer. So I'm gonna fish the tail out here and maybe pick a fish up or two, and then we'll move on up into the main hole there. But you always want to try and cover some of the margins instead of going right for that deepest hole. There's one. Because they're not always going to be glued to the bottom, even in cold weather, unless there's just like a sudden temperature change. These fish are in the tail out and they're feeding, so don't overlook those tail outs. It's amazing that they will eat when the water's this cold though, because that is some frigid cold water. A little more currents up here than last time I fished this spot a month or so ago. Or actually I was on a guide trip, but we just hammered fish through here. I may not be heavy enough. There are fish in there, I can see them. Between that wind, there you go. Between that wind and the extra current, I may not be getting down deep enough. I might need to add more weight. Heavier fly. That might be, is that a wild fish? That is a heck of a wild fish right there. That is a, man, we have found so many nice wild rainbows this year. That is one heck of a nice wild fish for up here on this river. For this part of the country, on a freestone mountain stream, that's a great wild fish. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So that's wild, and if you can see that orange dorsal fin, he's got an orange tip. You rarely ever see that on stocked fish. They usually have like a warped dorsal fin from being in the raceways that never fully heals, even if they've been in here for months. So that is a beautiful wild rainbow, and just gorgeous, just streamlined, good proportions. Tail is square, sharp fins, just a beautiful, beautiful fish. I love seeing that. Well, that just made my day right there. Stocked fish are fun, and I'm not going to knock them. Our hatchery does a great job of providing a great fishery for us, but I would still, at the end of the day, much rather catch wild fish, especially one that size. That's a great little wild fish. So yeah, awesome. I think we've had really good conditions. Try to get this untangled here. Really good water flow, really good temps the last several years, so I think they've really put on some size. They've been very healthy, and it's really great to see. Another decent wild fish right there. They just fight so hard for their size too. All right, buddy. No, I take that back. That's a little stockfish. He's on the small side for a stalker. But you see that warped fin, that dorsal fin is all kind of jacked up from being in the raceway. And they really don't lose that. They've always had some sort of nubby fins on them, even if they've been in the river for several months. All right, so the wind has been picking up a little bit. I'm in a deeper section of this pool here, so I switched over to the Pat's rubber legs. Again, I don't know if y'all can see that on the GoPro. It's about a size 10, big heavy bead on it, so it works like a anchor, just helps you get down. I'm not sure what fish, if any, are in here right now. Quite a bit of current with that extra flow. There we go. Real deep, down real deep on the bottom there. Try to keep them upstream of me since I've got them there. Boy, he's put up a good fight. We're no bigger than he is. Get him downstream of me. Goodness. What has this fish been eating? Wow, that's one of the hardest fighting stockfish of his size that I've seen up here. This might be a pretty decently long time holdover. Yep, see how he's all silver? They get that way whenever they've been in this river for a while. You see his fin is still pretty beat up on that dorsal fin, so I know for sure he's not a wild trout, but he's very silver, very leaned out, so I bet he's been in here for since the early fall probably. That makes a difference. That was a hard fighting fish for no bigger than he was. Well, I just made the rookie mistake of filming a GoPro by not hitting record before I made the cast that got this fish, but this is the rainbow that I missed earlier. And he ended up taking a pine squirrel leech. He's a nice fish, so I didn't want to completely just ride him out of this video. We'll give him a little screen time because he is a pretty nice fish. Cool little leopard spots on him and nice red band, so yeah, we'll give him some respect and send him on his way. And yeah, let's try to remember to hit record next time. See a good rainbow in front of me here. Just to my left slightly. There he is. Oh yeah. Whoa, back up, back up. Look out, girl. Oh, a tricky spot, a little slick here. He's better than I expected him to be. Nice fish. Very nice fish. So there are still a few good fish up here. Heck yeah. Yeah, not a bad stock fish. I mean, you're good brood stock right there. Well, I was going to call it quits there after that first spot, but I'm glad I decided to check out another spot. It's probably going to be the best fish of the day right there. That was a great fish. I lucked out finding that fish because I'm really not seeing much of anything else in there. Just that one, just kind of hanging out. So I'll take it. That was a great fish. And there might be a couple more down deep. I'm set real heavy, so if they're down there and they're hungry, we'll get it to them. There's a hit. Might have been a brown there, the way he rolled on it. Oh, there's one. That might be a wild fish there. Oh, he's pulling. Yeah, nice. Another nice wild today. Really nice wild. Happy to see that. Come on. Look at that one. So again, nice sharp fins, clean lines, very streamlined shape. Another really good little wild fish. Let's see what else we can pull out of there. Not a bad fish there. Definitely put up a good fight in this current. Nah, I should probably net him. I was gonna just lift him up, but that's gone bad for me in the past. I really don't want to lose this fly. Go. Oh. Well, I think that's going to be it for me today. Didn't see a lot of fish in there, but I was happy to get that one nice big trophy. But for about an hour and a half, hour 45 of fishing time today, I'd say that's a pretty solid day. Good to see there's still plenty of fish up here after some high water we had last week, and I'm glad to see that that cold snow, cold temps this past week haven't really shut them down. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to get back up here before the rain hits tomorrow. We're supposed to get about 3 inches, so I'm sure that'll wash things out, and there'll still be plenty of fish up here when it drops. But I'm trying to get up here again before delayed harvest is over. Here in a few weeks, we're going to the Bahamas. My wife and I want to get some bonefish fishing in, some little DIY, maybe get a guide. But we've done it one other time. It was awesome. I'm super excited to get back. But I'll record some of that too and put that on the channel. Y'all can check that out. And hopefully this helps y'all decide if you want to make the long trek up for delayed harvest or not this winter. It's still worth it in my opinion. And if y'all have any questions about the what I was using today, what I was doing, the current conditions, feel free to give us a call at the shop, email me, comment on the video, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, and we'd be happy to help. And also, if you're so inclined to book a guide trip with us, give us a shout. We're still running trips all winter, so we've had some really great trips so far this year we'd be more than happy to get you out. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.